Welcome. Our theme as a church this year is connecting through Jesus Christ. And today we're talking with and connecting with one of the founding members of Perinton Presbyterian Church, Sherry Wigfield. Sherry, welcome. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
So in the early 1980s, you and the other founding members took a significant risk in first founding a church and then building a building. Tell us what that was like, that experience of founding this church.
It was very exciting, and we had so many wonderful people who volunteered to take part. And I initially was at the Fairport Canal Days and ran into Reverend David Gellert and found out that they were going to be building a Presbyterian church in this area, which we didn't have. And so I talked to him, and then so many people started to hear about it and just were there to volunteer to do whatever they could do for the church, and even children. And then we would do different activities, and we would have planned activities or just getting together. And then they started looking for land, and they had two possibilities. And then we chose this area, which was wonderful because of the visual being that it's here. And everyone just seemed to come and say, "Can I help you?" And we had people with many talents that volunteered, and even children. And we just spent time doing things, and if we needed something, someone would say, "Oh, I know carpeting, I know how to finish." And it was just amazing how many people just gave of their time and talent.
It's such a gift, and so true of the character of the church even to this day, people sharing those gifts and talents. So tell us a little bit about how you reached out as a congregation in that founding time to the wider community.
Okay, well, we were at the Masonic Temple for a while, and people would notice that we were there. Or I worked at a school, and parents would come up and say, "Are you part of the Presbyterian Church?" And I said, "Yes." And they said, "Oh," and I'd look one Sunday and they were there. And it was just a lot of word of mouth, and just having people know about us. And then when they started building the church, of course, they noticed that, and were part of welcoming us, and helping us whenever we needed any. So it was great, just a really amazing time.
Well, and amazing also explosion of membership in those first years. We were looking at the 1989 church directory a few minutes ago, and noted that within those first 5 years, worship grew to 250 people on a Sunday, 125 in Sunday school. Just remarkable.
Yes, it was. And it was just, the kids were just amazing, as they are now. But they just wanted to help, wanted to do things, and it was really got your heart.
Everybody participating, pitching in, using their gifts.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure the connections between church members were strong. Tell us a little bit about what that felt like.
Okay, it was really special. We would have dinners together at different homes and everything, and do different activities. When it got to where the church was going and they wanted to have a choir, we got two wonderful directors that helped us out during that time, and we offered our home. And we started out in our living room because there were just a few, and then after a while we went down to our basement, which was larger, and put the piano down there, and everyone came down there, and it was just amazing. And that grew and grew into the wonderful choir that we have today. And in between, the years in between, all the directors, and it was just amazing. Well, to see it, grow like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, incredible growth in mission and ministry and participation over the years.
Yes, definitely.
Well, Sherry, as I think about the impact of founding a church, it's such a contribution to the community. Thousands of people who have been here through the years.
Yes, and so many people have said, like they were like over at Martha Brown, and they look over and we see your church, and all different people. You know, we've been in Wegmans. Oh, your church is there. It's just been really a gift to Fairport, and I think a number of people who maybe weren't attending are attending now, and it's great.
Well, and along with that, the number of community ministries that this church was also part of founding in terms of the Tool Thrift Shop and Advent House and other programs like that.
Yes.
In the wider community.
Yeah. It's just been amazing and wonderful. I'm just so glad I was part of it.
We're so glad you were part of it too.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, Sherry, thank you so much for sharing your story of the founding and growth of this congregation.
Thank you, Laura.
We're so grateful you took a risk along with those other members to.
It was well worth it.
Absolutely. We give thanks.
Thanks
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.